So just imagine a website, a social media site that you rely on crashes, just goes down right when you need it. So imagine this. Let's say you create a online course, and it's a really big online course, and it's one you've been working on for a long time. You've put a lot of time, effort into it. You've promoted it. You launch it. People are signing up. And then in the course, you've got links that go to a social media site that includes tools and resources they need to do your course. And all of a sudden, you realize that social media site is offline and it ain't working. That's just not a made-up scenario. That's something true that recently happened to a friend of mine and a client, and not only impacted her, but impacted me, because I also relied on it too to list some of my gear. It can happen. Social media can go down. So in today's show, we're going to talk about why you must have a website. And I'm even going to share with you kind of a trick and a hack, a cheat sheet that I've created that when it affected me, saved me a ton of time and a lot of trouble. That's what we're talking about today. Don't go anywhere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
And howdy do there, folks. My name is Kevin, and I'm with Kevin Colby Media, and this is the Explore, Share, Impact video show. Excuse me. It's always great to clear your throat right when you start. I am so pumped you are here, and I don't know where you're joining me, but I do the show every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching it live or you're watching the video replay later, I really appreciate you being here. And here's the reason I do the show. It's to help you explore your gifts and share your story and impact the world. So one of the things that we're talking about today is a real-life scenario that just recently happened to a friend of mine and a client of mine who had launched a course, an online course that I actually produced for her and with her, and phenomenal, put a lot of time into it, and she was using a website called kit.com, and actually this is what it looks like. This is kit.com, and probably the worst thing that could have happened right as she launched is that, well, let me just show you. This is the email, the text I got from her. Hey, you, sorry to be texting so late, but I'm having major issues with Kit. Can you check at your convenience to see if the site is working for you? My course launched today and customers can't access my kits for their supplies and tools. Then I said, yeah, no problem, I'll check it out. And I said, by the way, it's not loading for me either. I haven't seen any buzz about it. So what happened over the next several hours is I was Googling, and I was on Twitter, and I was on Facebook. Hey, does anybody have any issues with Kit? Is Kit down for anybody? I didn't see it. It looked like they'd had outages in the past. And I've been on Kit for quite a while, and that's where I list my gear. They call them Kit, and you can list anything on there. Nobody was saying anything. I go to Kit's page, and the last post they had was in 2018, and on Facebook it was 2018. Now, Kit, not too long ago, was acquired by Patreon, and that's a big deal. So I thought, okay, is Kit done? Are they defunct? Because what would happen? Let me go back to the page. What would happen is, see right there where it says "Welcome back, Kevin." That's all you would get, and everything else was just like. It was like you could see the outlines of the boxes, and it would just blur. And right up here, where there's my my little head, you could click that. You click that, and nothing happened. So there was kind of a panic set in. It's like, oh man, what do you do? Well, then it dawned on me that on my website, and I use WordPress, and I'm going to show you in a second what I do and how it affected me. is because I'm on the business plan of WordPress, it allows you to have plugins. Well, Kit has a plugin. So what I can do is I can actually show you one of my kits, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in a minute, and it would show up on the site, and it's all interactive. You could click on it. Like I have a kit on there that I'll probably link after this about the live streaming gear I use, because I get asked that all the time. And there's affiliate links in there, and it works great. But when that went down, all of a sudden, my links went down. And so you'd go to my website and you'd get nothing. Well, then that leads to a whole nother question that I got once, and it's this one. Do you think websites are more or less obsolete? And social media, and this person was talking about Facebook for him, is the best place for small businesses to find their niche customers. I've become relatively successful with Facebook ads. If you just go to the core question, do you think websites are more or less obsolete and social media is the best place to be? No. Now, I do think whether you have a small business, a big business, you have a nonprofit, or you're just a solo creator, that social media is huge. I don't think you need to be on every social media platform, but that's a different show and a different video for a different time. But I think social media is important, but I think the mistake that a lot of people make is they rely so much on social media, put a website on the back burner, or don't even have one and don't even think about it, that when something happens, holy crap, they're just not prepared. And if you go back to the issue here, I mean, my client didn't know Kit was going to go down. I didn't know Kit was going to go down. So I want to kind of walk you through this, but the point to this show today, this whole video, is how important it is for you to have a website. If you are relying on social media only to grow your business, what happens when that platform goes away? It happens. I mean, I don't know of any business that was built on Vine, but Vine went away. You remember MySpace? You probably don't. But imagine people that had their entire libraries on MySpace. What was it? Was it Flickr? No, somewhere the other, I think it was Flickr the other day that was talking about how they were changing things and they were going to start charging and change the whole platform, and you might lose your photos. That's why it's important to have a website. I just can't stress that enough. And if you have a website, that's phenomenal. How are you using social media and tying it in? Again, I have a website. I'm a huge believer in having a website. But I was relying on Kit maybe a little too much to talk about my gear, and I want to show you a little bit more to that. So let me share my screen here. So this is Kit, and on Kit, what I want to do is I'm gonna show you. I need to move a window. There we go. So on Kit, you see I can view my profile. So if you set up a Kit, and by the way, Kit's free to use. And this is not meant to bash Kit. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Kit had a problem. I don't know if the internet, I did see somewhere later that Buffer was having an issue. But where I'm going to go with this is I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to show you a cheat sheet that I created that actually saved me a ton of time, but I used it in a way I didn't intend it. So anyway, I'll get there in a minute. So if you create a Kit page, this is what it'll look like. You can add a profile picture here. You can fill out all this. There's social media links. But right here, this is what I want you to look at. So these are different kits, and you can do different ones. So I have one for camera. It'll show you how many people have looked at it. You know, like lenses, 55 people have looked at it. Lights, 141 people have looked at it. You get analytics and things like that. But this is not about how to use Kit. This is what I want to show you what happens. So if you click on this, you can even add a video here. Oh, look at that. What a nice face I have. Well, maybe. Anyway, my mother likes it. This is what I use to live stream. And every one of these, most of these are an affiliate link. And what that means is if somebody clicks on it, I may make something, but it doesn't cost anybody anything else. So this is everything I use to create my live stream, right? So what happens is then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you this. So this is my website. And this is a test post that I will show you if I can highlight it. There we go. So you see this right here. It says, here's a look at my live streaming setup. Hit me up with any questions and how I can use it and help you get started, right? And then you got this. See how it's interactive? See how it's moving? Well, if I click on any of those, in fact, here, let's just click on that. It should jump you. No, it tells you a little bit more about it. That's right. And then you can do that. So you can go back. Right. So that is this. That is all of this. Now, how do I do that? Well, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you what happened with me, right? So if you notice right here, let's go to post. I did a test post right here. It's called test post. And again, one day I'm going to show you a little bit more back in on WordPress and how I use it. Look, I'm telling you, I'm in fact, let me just come back. Let me come back here so I can talk to you. I love WordPress. I'm a WordPress affiliate. I don't get paid anything to say that. They're not sponsoring this. I love WordPress. I have 2 or 3 sites on WordPress. I've been with WordPress a long time. There's a lot of misconceptions about WordPress. I am on WordPress.com. They host it. I can have plugins. I can install themes. But eventually I want to go more into that. But I'm sharing that just to kind of give you a better idea. So anyway, that is not what I want to show you. This is the test post. So right here, this is called a plugin. So, and I'm going to show you right now how it works, even though it's on the page. So I'm going to delete this. Am I in the edit? Oh, no. You know what? I should be. I tell you what. Let me get out of that. Oh, here we go. This is where I want. All right, so I'm going to edit. I'm going to delete that right there. It's gone. Now, what I want to do is, and this is what I had been doing, and this is where it bit me. So see right here where it says share this kit? I'm going to go here, and it has a short code, or it has a link for WordPress. Cut and paste. Now, you have to have the business plan on WordPress for this to work. So I'm going to go here, and sorry, I got my camera right in front of me. I can't see. So right here, I tell you what, I do it this way. I'm going to go to, and these are all the things. This is an embed. I literally just cut and paste the code right here, like that, if I can remember to do that. Now watch, and bang. Now you have to come up here and you have to update it, but if we preview it, there it is. But here was the problem. Go back to Kit. The other day when I was telling you that Kit went, or when I was saying that Kit went down, here's the problem. When I went back to my website, and we'll go to this test post right here, it just said no link found, and I'm like, oh man, what do I do? So here's what I did. I quickly came over here, and actually I did two things, but I created a page. And this is live now. And it's called My Live Streaming Gear. And what I started out doing was I was going to list my gear. And I'm going to show you the little trick that saved me a ton of time. I'll put it this way. Within an hour, I had removed the dead links from my site, completely created a page on my website that had links to all of my gear, and then published that. Why is that important? Well, if anybody has this article anywhere, if anybody has linked to it, anywhere somebody hits that link, if it's not working, they're not going to get anything. And it's not just about being an affiliate and possibly making some income on that, which is great, and I'll do that, but it's just broken links and it looks horrible. And I want to help people. If you don't hit a link, that's fine, but it shows you what I use. So originally what I was going to do is put together just a list, and then I ended up just writing something about it. So what happens is, so like for example, I talk about my Canon M50. So watch this. You know what? Let me do this. So what I did, but anyway, you see what I created, right? So this is what I created. But if I actually go to my site, which I should have done to begin with, and I believe the page is, what is the page? I believe it's going to be my live streaming gear. Let's see, something like that. I should have my live streaming gear. It's probably going to go no page because that's not it. Yep, that's not it. Oh, I know how to find it. So, sorry, I didn't really think this part out. So if I go to one of the blogs, let me go down. I apologize, but here we go live. So this is one that that I had that link to.
No!
Oh, sorry about that. But right here is that same copy that you saw a second ago. It's right there. But this didn't link, and so under it there was just it was where the plugin for Kit should have been, but instead it just said nothing found. So what I did is I created this page. Oh, look at that. So this is what I was going to show you. So every one of these things on here, this is a hyperlink. That's an affiliate link. So if you click on, I use the Canon M50. If you click on that, it's going to take you to Amazon. And most of my stuff comes from Amazon, but not everything. But like, here's the mic I use. And it's the mic I'm talking on right now. That's the mic. Even, of course, now I'm signed in, so it shows you everything about me, when I bought it and stuff like that, right? So my point is that if I couldn't have fixed this quickly, not only would I have had dead links, and I felt really, really bad for my client. And thankfully, Kit was actually down for, I know, over 24 hours. But here's the magic in the sauce. Again, if you ever want to talk about WordPress, we'll talk about that probably in another show, another video, because I want to do a deep dive into that, how I use it and why I use it. But here's what saved me the time. You're looking at my gear cheat sheet, which I call gear cheat sheet. And I actually just updated it the other day. This is a list of every piece of gear I own and the link to it. So for example, here's a tripod that is a phenomenal tripod. It's going to take you to that link on Amazon. So all of these, some of these may not be affiliate links, but they're links to where you can find out more about it or whatever. And I already see a couple I need to fix here, like this link is bad. But why keep this? Because right now, if somebody says, hey, Kevin, what mic do you use? Well, and let's say I want to recommend this right here. I don't have to go and find it. I can just go to this cheat sheet and talk about it. I could just cut and paste all of this and talk about my microphones. So the other day when Kit went down and I thought, oh, dang it. Not only is it hurting my client, it's hurting me. I could go to my cheat sheet and I used this to build this. Now, again, I could have just done a straight list of products, but I wanted to add a little bit more. I actually then created this later as a post and not just a page. And if you don't use WordPress, I'll explain sometime later what the difference is. But that's why I did all this. All of that is right here. And I keep other cheat sheets. I keep an affiliate marketing cheat sheet. I keep other things that I use a lot. I keep the beauty with something like this is, again, I didn't create this for how I used it in the emergency yesterday. I actually used it, created it for more of just going by, and if somebody was asking about tripods, there's my tripods. This saved me a ton of time. You never know. You absolutely never know when a social media platform is going to go down. We were just talking about it. We were talking about how, sites have gone away that you would have thought would have never gone away. Facebook changes, Instagram changes, YouTube changes. If you are building your entire business, your entire personal brand on the back of social media and you don't have a website, my friend, you are potentially going to really get dinged because of something like that. So the reason I wanted to impress this upon you is please consider a website. Let me know if I can help you. If you've got any questions about a website, or if you're already on a website, are you linking to sites like in this case, Kit? And if Kit goes down, Kit goes away, Patreon that owns Kit now decides they want to do something else, how would you be impacted? So what I've decided to do is I'm not going to delete my Kit account because I think it's great and it's easy to share and it's easy it's just nice to have, and it's free. There's no cost for that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to even create now more pages on my site that just talk about my cameras or my lenses or things like that. And then what that does is that brings it back into my wheelhouse and my site where I can control it. I can control the look of it. It's something unfortunately that happened to a friend and client, but I wanted you to be prepared. So please be careful of building your entire business, your entire everything you want to do on the back of social media and not have a website as backup. You need it. It's going to protect you. It's going to help you. And again, speaking from experience, something like that cheat sheet will save you a ton of time and potentially save you money. I mean, if I had people hitting that for research and the links aren't working, well, I potentially lose affiliate money. I may lose customers on it and clients. My client could have been greatly impacted had she not come up with something quick too. And that's what we were doing on Late Night on the Texas. Well, try this and try this, create a cheat sheet, do this. And that's what she's doing now, because she's got people who have bought this course and they can't access anything. So what's the takeaway on this? Invest in a website. My annual fee for WordPress is $300. That's all I pay. That's all I pay. And it includes a ton of stuff. And in a different video, different time, I'll dive more into that and just show you how cool WordPress is. And I know there's other ones out there like Wix and Squarespace. I like WordPress. It just works. So, hey, I appreciate you being here. I hope this never happens to you, but I hope you got something out of this. Let me know how I can help you explore your gifts and share your story and make an impact in the world. I'm Kevin Colby Media. Keep creating. Have a great day.